Hello everybody, welcome back to the Redmen TV and the player ranking show after Liverpool were beaten comfortably 2-1 by Newcastle United in a properly disappointing performance. Really underwhelming, beaten by a team that wanted it more, simple as that. Congratulations to Newcastle, they were far superior to us on the day. But yeah, and Holly Bobs, I'm sorry I missed Super Chat earlier on. Again, I apologise for that. But you're absolutely spot on. Lack of fight, lack of endeavour, lack of desire at times, up until the closing stages, maybe the last 10, 15 minutes perhaps. We never really stirred or mustered anything like a fight. Yeah, crap. My name is Dan, though, for somebody who doubted that a moment ago in the chat. Quick super chat here before we dive into what we're actually here to do. Even one or two better options from the bench instead of tied legs from mid. Just lost that momentarily. There we go. For midweek would have invigorated us. Hence my reason for reinforcement. Yeah, listen, the reinforcements, just to dead briefly touch on that, a lot of the reinforcement we might have wanted or needed has been available to us from the bench a lot this season, I think it's fair to say, but very often we haven't used it enough or utilised some of the personnel enough, in my opinion. There's some quality individuals in the round of the Liverpool squad. We are lacking in certain departments as well, before S absolutely crucifies me. But yeah, there's a good squad there. There's a decent depth of squad there, albeit currently lacking 3 potential defensive options, 3 potential right backs as well. So yeah, I just think it's a little bit of underusing some players, running some players into the ground a touch, and again, a collective lack of fight today, unfortunately. Anyway, let's do it. Yeah, as I see you, I can see you. Yeah, listen, I'll address it. I will always address it. Let's put it that way. I'll always give my opinion on it, because why not? That's what I'm here to do, ultimately. Kevin Keller. Anyone who's not done this, by the way, with me, we go from boss, scrap that first bit. We go from sound to you messing, and when I pick up a player's face and you tell me where to put him, compared to these particular segments. So let's do it. Ewan, I don't, because I don't give a shit about them necessarily. I don't really care at all. Yeah. I don't know what else you want me to say. I want Liverpool to sign footballers. I've said that a lot, literally in exactly that same sentence down the months, and I always have. If you really want to know why that's the case, go back to the last show, sort of midway through. I do a mini rant about why it's beneficial to you, me, everybody. Anyway, all the players we are messing, well, that could be a quick show, and I'm kind of here for it. Lots of sounds for Kelleher, lots of mid sounds. Got away with one a little bit. With a disallowed goal, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, couldn't do much. I mean, the Dan Burn header is from a long way out. But maybe there's more problems than Kevin Keller for that one, which we'll come to in due course. Kelly, do you know what I was thinking? When I dismissed the possibility of the boss, they were on my mind a second ago, I won't lie to you. Right, Joel Quansah. What do we think about Joel Quansah's performance? Right back, Joel Quansah. Not loads of problems came from that side, I don't feel like. But Kieran, I'm just waiting on the text. When it comes mid-show, I'll either have to get off or I'll carry on. We'll know in like 5 minutes. If it suddenly stops, then you'll understand. I've been told to knock it on the head. Joel Quansah. What do we think? Sound, but he isn't good enough, says Bas van der Heide. And we had sound as well. Sound... Dun, 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 dun. Low sound. Put everyone in boss. Yeah, that would really cheer people up. Okay, you're messing. We need transparency. Oh, God, this is just torturous at this point. Let's whack him there, shall we? Relatively busy, little bit to deal with, but yeah, I thought he coped okay. Really. Since Plymouth things went wrong, yeah, you might be right. Problem with Quansah right back is lacks the ability to overlap Salah. Yeah, listen, we were always going to be lacking and left wanting when it comes to his attacking influence. He tried, he got up and down a couple of times, but Trent's one of our most dangerous attacking outlets, let's be honest about it. And we just lacked it. Lacked it in a big way. Ibu Konate, next. Taken off, sacrificed maybe a little bit. And yeah, when we went ultra attacking and just tried to find something in the game. Craig says sound. Yeah, another sound, another sound. Canate, low sound. You're messing. We missed Trent today. Absolutely missed Trent today. Yeah, I think that's probably the reason he was the one to go off, to be honest with you. Clearly not. Not even close to being 100% at it right now. Canate was okay. Lots of sounds. Okay. Hi, you're messing. Okay, a couple of your messings coming in. I'm not having him below Quansah. Maybe we've gone Quansah and Kelleher touch high, and if we go Canate there, maybe that feels more suitable to me. Virgil, I've actually seen some praise for Virgil's performance. So what do we make of it? Daniel Warden, very tempted. Alexis McAllister will be higher naturally, but outside of that, you might be right. Let's do a few more for Virgil, shall we? Sound, says Sharon. Low sounds. Yeah, I think he comes away relatively unscathed, doesn't he? Both centre-backs are questionable. Okay. I thought Virgil was the pick of the two, to be honest. I really do. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pop Virgil just there. Andy Robbo, beaten in the air for the Isak goal. What I will say about Virgil, just there quickly, I haven't watched it back loads of times yet, but the Isak goal, does he just sort of vacate the Isak? Again, you might be able to tell me better than this because you might have had a chance to rewatch it since the game finished, but like, I don't know. I don't know if you can leave Isak in that much space inside the area. That feels dangerous to me because he's fucking good, isn't he? And yeah, I don't know if you should maybe go closer to him and try and make something happen. Anyway, Robertson sound. His marking on that. Yeah, I don't know. You're messing from Robbo. On the line, we got a straddler. We got our first straddler. Everyone was ball watching. Yeah, there was an element of that perhaps. But Van Dijk just kind of goes into an area as opposed to closer to the danger man. Yeah, again. Made two good blocks actually in quick succession, Robbo. But outside of that, I think he had a pretty below par day, as did most of them. Now, a lot was made in the midfield pre-match and how it needed to be on its A game in order to cope with Newcastle and live with what they were going to offer. I'm not sure it did. So let's do it. Yeah, Snores. Maybe. Gravenberch, what do we think? So according to your ranking, non-Liverpool players played a bad game. They should all be in your messing. I mean, they're hardly fucking flying, are they? You know, and there's still time. You're messing, please. You look so tired. Yeah. Do you know what? The midfield was kind of the crux of the issue for me, to be honest with you. Lots of your messings coming in for Gravenberch, and it's so uncharacteristic, isn't it? Like all three of them, you know, have been exceptional for the most part this season. Him in particular, by the way, and he's had a real purple patch recently, and he's Mr. Consistent. Everybody knows how much I adore Alexis McAllister, but today was not even close. Not even close. Right, what do we make of? Let's do Alexis individually first, shall we? Below you messing, Jesus Christ. Beaten in midfield, yeah. Beaten is an understatement, by the way. Absolute understatement. I feel like if I didn't man up to it, I'm happy to go a little bit further, by the way, because I've got a bit of a beamy bonnet about this right now. So if anybody wants to address it again, then feel free to ask me. You're messing, Mackie. Yeah, shite. And I love him to pieces, but just crap. Dom Szoboszlai. And the point is, like, listen, defensively, it was relatively poor, I think it's fair to say, hence the relatively low marks. But the real problem in this game was the fact we didn't match them at all for the energy levels, the intensity. We lost so many battles, and that really was the heart of the midfield that was the problem. So that's why the rankings look like they do so far for me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fucking grim, isn't it? Wow. Okay, Dom Szoboszlai. They could be lower. Feel free to tell me they're lower. Let's do the front line. It's going to be a pretty poor showing as well, I feel like. What do we think of Mo Salah today? I missed that one, Dan. Sorry, mate. It's not. Listen, it's never easy when we lose because again, like we're not bulletproof. Like I'm a Liverpool fan, just the same way you guys are. Like, and I'm disappointed, massively disappointed by the fact we lost the final. In spite of what it means for what I do for a living. Like, it makes no odds whatsoever. I'm just fuming, just like you guys are as well, and trying to understand how we could not turn up to a game of such magnitude. Like, to just be beaten off the park because we didn't want it as much as them, that hurts more than anything else. Like I said earlier on, like I can take being beaten by the better team and just a moment of quality or a moment of inspiration or whatever, but not stacking up to them in terms of the energy levels that were required and the desire that was required. That to me is unforgivable. Did Salah play? Salah messing, no show. Salah rubbish, but he can't keep carrying the team. Yeah, they said the service wasn't great because the midfield wasn't functioning. The play out from the back didn't function either. So yeah, but still, when he did get chances, when he did get the ball, I don't think he particularly shone in those moments either. Let's do Luis Diaz. I must admit on Diaz, it felt like if we were going to produce something, which never felt particularly likely, it was going to be Diaz. So yeah, what do we think? Still in Nuno's pocket, yeah, he got absolutely owned by him, didn't he? And owned isn't a phrase I've ever used in my life, I don't think. You mess him. Vate Jones, come on, don't be shy. Well, we got to get there. All the forwards you're messing. Okay, loads of you messing. Got a sound for Diaz. Chiesa could come on earlier, yeah. Okay. Straddling sound and you're messing. Low sound. All right, we're a little bit higher on Louis. I personally think we need to get away from the 2DM midfield. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's worked well up until like the past month, I want to say, where we've really lacked legs in there. Diogo Jota. And now I'm going to keep quiet on Jota and let you guys decide on Jota because I've said a lot on Jota. And yeah, it's not pretty. So I'm not gonna comment. I've said enough, to be fair. Messing off the ball, you're messing. Okay, you guys are all kind of with me on it. And this isn't just based on today in isolation, by the way. I think he's had a really, really tough second half of the season. I'm aware there's been injuries along the way, as there so often is with Diogo, and I love Diogo Jota. It's not a personal attack on him. He's been brilliant. He has been brilliant, but this season feels problematic for Diogo, let's put it that way, and that's putting it very, very, very lightly. Worst player on the pitch today, below you messing. Okay. Now, subs. Quickly do the subs and get me out of here. Curtis Jones, Federico Chiesa, Harvey Elliott, Cody Gakpo, and Darwin Núñez. And then I'll quickly do a manager. Let's do Curtis Jones, because I'm not shy. What do we make of Curtis Jones? Sounds, I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know. He had our first shot on target, testing Nick Pope. Straight at him, bit of a camera save, I felt like, from Nick Pope, to be honest. And then he has one where he turns on the half turn and blazes over from an Elliott pass. So, listen, we improved when the subs came on. Not Curtis Jones by himself, but we improved. We at least shown some signs of life, which we were so desperately, desperately lacking. All you messing, you'll never walk alone. Yeah, he does this from time to time. It feels like that's his revert to type when we're struggling and we're finding it difficult to get a foothold in the game. It feels like Jones, when he's under pressure, wants to keep the ball just because he wants to keep the ball, but it can cost us and it can come at a detriment as well. Yeah, sounds had more control. A few people saying low sound. All right, let's do low sound. I quite enjoyed that. I don't agree with it, Simon, but I did quite enjoy it. It made me smile at least, which, you know, in the circumstances, isn't that easy. Let's do Cody Gakpo. I don't think he's fit at all, by the way. I think he looked fitter today than against PSG, but I don't think he's right at one bit. To the point where I was quite surprised he came on the pitch, to be honest. Yeah, he's just not ready at all, is he? I put Jones far too high, did I? Okay, sorry. There you go. Gakpo, you're messing. He's just not fit, is he? Listen, he is your messing based on today's performance. He frustrated the life out of me when he committed that foul, tracking back at one point. That is criminal to me, by the way. When you're chasing a game and you commit an unnecessary foul, whether it be in the corner. I think Robertson did one in the corner, actually. Just reminding myself, where is he? It hurts me. And I know you're desperate to win the ball back and you're trying with all your might. In his head, he's probably thinking, don't foul him, don't foul him, don't foul him. And then he just goes, and he did it as well. It pisses me off like you wouldn't imagine. Darwin Núñez. There's one in the box when his touch was off and it broke to Pope. Other than that, poor really. Let's do it, shall we? On the floor, you're messing. Nunes put the card in Saudi. Jesus wept. Okay, there's the car park shout again, and I'm more. I'm not going to be so disrespectful. Listen, I'm not going to be. Listen, it was bad, all right, but I'm not going to be disrespectful. Elliott, Harvey Elliott next. Now, I'm going to get destroyed for this, and maybe the next bit as well. But I thought he did all right. I genuinely thought he did all right. Honestly, I thought he did well. He added much needed energy, much needed impetus. But beyond all that, he added actual quality. Like, he played, to my memory, 3 passes, incisive passes into feet, including the assist, by the way, for that guy, that created genuine chances. Like, there's one into Chiesa early doors, and his touch just got away from him on basically like the 6-yard box. There was the one to Jones as well, and then there's the assist. Like, he actually added something, and it felt like when the ball was breaking loose from clearances, second balls, it was always him getting on the end of them and making us play again and recycling. So, honestly, I thought Harvey was really good. He won't be near boss, but yeah, I thought Harvey did well, like genuinely well. Yeah, I agree with this. I'm glad I've got some backers in the chat because I was worried about that for a moment. Let's do Chiesa. Scores the goal. Takes the goal well, actually. Doesn't need to be fair. And how confused was he by the VAR situation? He looked absolutely baffled by what had gone on there. I think the referee talking over the tannoy burns his head out, to be honest with you. His head was on Mars. But he scored, and he took it well. And he showed quality, showed fight, he showed desire. Arguably better than the goal was him chasing back to the halfway line, putting a big slidey in and win the ball back. Like, that got me up and about more than anything I'd seen all afternoon, to be honest. So, yeah, good. Sarah's going boss for Chiesa, sorry. Straddling. I love a straddle, as we know. And there haven't been many, because it's not a time for jokes. But I'm not sure anyone warrants even touching. Somebody said a minute ago, I don't think anybody warrants the boss. I'm inclined to agree. I think Chiesa and Harvey are the 2 standouts, but I don't think anybody quite gets in boss. Speaking of the boss, and boss, Arne Slot. We quickly need to do Arne Slot. We need to do man the match. Ugh. And then I need to leave. Yeah, Luke, we're getting there. Don't worry. We're getting there. Slot, you're messing. Off the ball, please. Oh, Arne Slot has not been in your messing all season long. I haven't done every one of these shows, but I've done about 80% of them. And I'm pretty certain Arne Slot has not been in. Oh, really? Is that right? Shit. Arne Slot has not been in your messing once. But I think we are breaking new ground here, aren't we? Is it his team selection that's done it? Is it just the fact we've been beat? Subs? I think the subs actually probably help, so it can't be that. Combination of all 3. I'm Simon, I'm okay. I'm coping okay. I'm semi-enjoying myself. I want to get into another big argument about FSG, though. There's time. There's always time. Man the match. Let's do this, shall we? What do we put Chiesa higher? I'm not willing to go to boss with anyone, you know. I assume we're talking Chiesa or Elliott for this, by the way. So let me know now. And then I can get out of here and go and wallow in my misery for the rest of the evening before coming back in and doing it all again tomorrow. Right, we've got Chiesa, of course. Harvey, Elliott, Chiesa. We've got man the match Chiesa. That's a lie. The whole front row needs to be, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Chiesa man the match. Chiesa man. A lot of people saying Chiesa. I thought, dreadful is accurate, by the way. I thought we'd see more Elliott shouts. No one is man. We've got to do it. I've got the card in my hand now. Elliott man the match. Dan Burn man. Yeah, listen, the Newcastle player was man the match. Maybe Joel Linton, to be honest. Let's do shared. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to do it based partly on what I witnessed and partly by the comments. I've just had a shitload more come through, actually. Hang on. Elliott, Chiesa, give it to both of them. The kit man the match. Everybody is saying Chiesa, aren't they? Slot back on the bus, you're messing, Holly. Yeah, listen, you're probably right. Let's do Chiesa. He hasn't had many plaudits this season, mainly because he hasn't had many minutes this season, to be honest. But credit to him today for at least showing some sign of life and some fight in his performance and instilling the tiniest sliver of pride back in it. But not many. Not many positives to take away at all. Done. Not even another argument about FSG to be had. Liverpool beaten 2-1 by Newcastle, battered 2-1 by Newcastle, truthfully. We barely deserved the one because we were terrible. And it's probably one of our worst performances this season. And it's come in one of our biggest games of the season. Listen, we'll live to fight another day and then some, by the looks of it. There's still so much to be playing for. Like, in the cold light of day, if you'd have told me I'd be stood here on this date, in this position, in the league the way it is, I'd have bitten your hand off, but it doesn't make it any easier to take right now. Let's have it right. Bleak. Thank you very much. I will be on that podcast, Luke. Yeah, so I will see you there. Look forward to it already. It's bleak, properly bleak. Try and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Try not to feel too down about it. I'll do my best as well. And we will, we'll speak again. We go again, as once was infamously said. Liverpool, shite today. Just shite. Didn't match Newcastle. Not even a bit of it. They wanted it more. They were better. Grim. Bad week. Really bad week. 2 weeks off now from Liverpool playing, which is blessed relief after all this. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for this. Honestly, as ever, I always say this and I forgot. Thank you very much for getting involved. I know it was shit and it was grim and it was miserable, but that can be life as a football fan, as a Liverpool fan sometimes, just the way it is. And thanks for the last bit as well. Thanks for being here all day. You guys are the best. None of this would happen if it wasn't for you. And one final time, this would still happen regardless of them. Take it easy. Bye for now.